So again, in the spirits of opening myself up to more paintball related things, Empire guns. Oh, Empire. What can I say? Sometimes you simply disappoint me. Um, not to badmouth them because when their guns work, they work great. And then when they fail, you're screwed because you're really not allowed to fix it yourself. You gotta kind of send it into them to hope they can fix it. Or if it's not something simple like, changing out the battery or changing your velocity or cleaning your gun or lubing your gun, yeah, you're probably going to send it into the company because the second you pull anything apart, your warranty is shot. Granted, Empire doesn't have one of the best warranties out there, so you really don't want to avoid it by working on your gun yourself. On top of that, I got big hands. The mini or anything like that just does not work for me. Even the axe. Had an axe. Shot an axe for a while. Not a big fan. Really not a big fan. You got a gun at over $400 coming with a one piece barrel? Really? 12-inch one piece barrel? I mean, granted, autococker threaded, so for most people, they probably have a CP one piece or two piece or something laying around that is like, well, I'm not going to shoot this crap, so throw this barrel on there, you know. But again, that's at a gun in its price range. Fail, Empire. Granted, you have redeemed yourself. The Empire X 2.0. Haven't got my hands on one yet. Again, my issue with Empire. You got the Mini GS at what? 300, three and a quarter. You got the Empire X 2.0 just being released at 400, four and a quarter. And you got the Axe Pro, which I've shot. Actually, I'm kind of interested in that gun. Might end up getting one. At 550, okay, with the small gaps in price in those guns and what you end up getting for those small gaps, I'm stepping up to the Axe Pro. Like, I'm not even Mini GS, X 2.0. I'm maybe the 2.0, maybe, but you're still getting a significant, difference with the Axe Pro. It's stretched out differently. It's feels really good in the hands the way it's stretched out. You're getting an OLED board. You, there are multiple advantages for a very you know very minimal cost difference. You're talking $100, 100 and a quarter. It's not, especially if you have any gear that you're getting rid of to get other, to get another gun. It's not that hard to come up with another 100, $125. Even if you gotta wait another month or whatever to buy your new gun, or skip. Hey, I'm gonna shoot half a case of paint this week instead of a whole case. Well, there's 30, $40 right there, depending on where you're playing. You know, or well, instead of going out 4 weekends this month, I'm gonna go out twice. Well, there's at least a case of paint, maybe two. There's your money right there. Also, Empire guns, especially once you get into the high end. That's kind of my other thing with Empire. So you release the axe, and then you give it to all your teams, to Infamous, to God, who else was playing for them back then? Um, I want to say they had Excessive maybe using them for a little bit. There were all these different teams that were Empire sponsored. They were like, here, use the axe, and we're going to put this 500, $450, $500 gun up against these 12 and $1,500 guns, and show that we can still compete at this price range. The second you came out with the Vanquish, what did you do? Axes went away. Everybody got brand new Vanquishes, and you were right back to your $1,200, $1,500 gun. I've seen a Vanquish 1.0 and a Vanquish 1.5. I'll take it or leave it. I think the Axe Pro is honestly a better gun. At least what I've seen from the Axe Pro. The guy that I've seen shoot the Axe Pro, he comes out just as much, if not more, as the guy that comes out and shoots his Vanquish. And in the amount of time that I've been out there, that Axe Pro has only had one issue, and it was a dead battery. It was a simple walk back to the sidelines, put in a new 9-volt, and hop back in. That Vanquish, it breaks down at least once every day of play. And it's not always a simple, oh, the battery's dead, or oh, I forgot to lube it, or, oh, it's dirty, or no, we've legitimately been on the phone with Empire at times trying to figure out what is wrong with this gun, and can I fix it myself, or do I need to send it to you so I don't void my warranty? Now, granted, Empire is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, companies in paintball right now. I mean, it's basically Empire, Planet Eclipse, and Die. And then you got your few, I guess Field 1 technically now is probably, competing in that range. But everybody else just kind of falls in line somewhere. They're probably ultimately owned by somebody else. And Empire, I just, I know there's people that love them, but I'm not a huge fan of their guns. Never really have been. I've owned Empire guns. Oh, I owned a TM7. I owned a TM15. I owned a Mini. Granted, those are all based off the same internal systems, but I owned them all for about a month or two, used them extensively, and guess what? After that month or two, they found new homes. The only one I really miss is the TN7. I had the TM7. I had got a new barrel for it and everything. I had it shooting pretty doggone well. And there have been, especially once my SP1 broke down, there were some scenario games and such that I was wishing I had the TM7. That's the only one I've missed. Everything else Empire that I've ever had, nope, not. And that's not dissing Empire. That's comparing Empire to what else I've seen from other companies. What else is offered in the price brackets that, their guns are competing with. And as far as I'm concerned, Empire needs to pick it up to stay in the lead. And I'm not saying they're in the lead right now. I'm saying they're limping along somewhere behind or on the heels of other companies.